And he is just not buying into the notion that this was suicide. What else did you find out from him?
Well, he basically, I think, echoes what a lot of people are feeling at this time, which is like really just troubled. He knows both of them. A lot of people here are reticent to talk. He wasn't. He was also at this church, which is JP. He goes by JP's church. This man is Tim Carter. I believe we have some sound of he and I talking back and forth. So let's just roll that sound.
I'm not going to judge. My gut feeling, I don't agree. The young lady was energetic. She was making plans. It just doesn't sound like someone committing suicide. It sounds like someone that's getting ready to live life again, really starting her life over. And just going off what we've seen, what I witnessed, you know, the character and how treatment and how we were treated and talked to, and I just don't believe it for a minute.
You mentioned she was making plans. Like, what type of plans?
From what I understand, she had an appointment to get her hair done this week. She was looking forward to moving on. She had filed paperwork and just served it 2 days prior.
So not behavior somebody who's planning to take their own life.
Not if I'm thinking about suicide. I'm not worried about court dates and paperwork or my hair. It doesn't sound that to me.
So basically, his sentiments echo what the family's saying. They're asking for a deep investigation here, Ashleigh.
So I have another question, and it's about another pastor. There seem to be a lot of pastors and deacons and leadership and former members, et cetera. But to be clear, I think, so just to get clarity, I think you spoke with another pastor as well. I'm not sure if he was at that church or another church, but it's somebody who actually knows John Paul, and he had a very different read on the whole situation. What do you know?
Yeah, he basically had the same, like he's known JP for his whole life. He was in leadership here at this church. He said point blank, JP did not kill his wife, Mica. I said, how do you know? He said, I don't know, but I know JP. So he's very defensive of his character. He says, look, he was counseling them. Something did happen, he said, in January, but he doesn't know what.
What about this whole notion that he thinks that there's an alibi to this, that the pastor in question has an alibi which would get him off scot-free? Why won't he just come forth and tell everybody before the media speculation, runs amok?
That's a good question. This pastor said JP was in another part of South Carolina at the time. That will come out. So I said, like, why don't we all just talk on the record? And then he officially just declined about 10 minutes before air tonight. He said, I cannot talk to you on the record about this anymore.
And then just to be clear here, Rich, the incidents that Mica had reported, it's redacted. We don't know who the suspect is, but if you read it, it kind of looks like she knows the person, that the same person kept coming back and, coming after her. She says, I got a razor in my tire. I had a tire deflation device. I went to get it repaired, and they discovered the tracking device. And as she's at these places and getting gas, this suspect is driving up and kind of almost chasing her location to location. And there's witnesses to this. Why is it all redacted? And is anybody saying who that suspect is? Is it John Paul, the estranged pastor husband?
People believe it is. Why it's redacted is anybody's guess. We're talking with local police here. There's something I do want to bring up that we haven't discussed yet, is that in an affidavit in the probate court, Mica's family just filed trying to take control of this. Her sister wrote, that Mica said to her, if I end up with a bullet in my head, it was not by me, it was JP. That is in court documents. So that's like she's almost speaking from the grave, Ashleigh. It's kind of chilling.
Rich McHugh, it's still a mystery, and I'm going to depend on you to try to see if you can't sort through a bit more. Thank you for this. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.